Nostalgia is over. The legends have finished their job now, and it's time to conclude Europe versus Korea. We have 3 more matches for you, 2 one-on-ones, 1, 2, and 2, and we continue with another great Night Elf versus Human. It's HawK versus ReMinD. Before, we saw Lawlight versus Affect. That was our first match of today, and one of those players is sitting right next to us with Remo. It's from Sweden. Affect is gonna join us here on the casting couch with the human expertise.
That's right.
How similar would you say HawK plays to you?
I don't think in versus Night Elf we play quite different. I spied on some games he played versus Foggy recently, and he doesn't use the same style as me, and that's probably for the best actually. However, I don't know the style of ReMinD. I haven't seen him playing in quite a while.
Going back to your game, sorry, I was just very interested. How satisfied were you with your performance? You may have lost, but it was 2-1. It was close. How did you feel? How did you do?
I think the first game I played quite bad. I didn't quite get the mid game as I wanted to, and the second game I was quite thrown off by strategy. But
yeah,
I don't
blame you.
I think I played quite well the third game. However, just a lack of an Arcane Tower in my main and a couple of more heat scrolls, I think I could have won. But overall, I'm quite satisfied.
Because I was certainly pretty impressed with your performance. Many people were expecting Lawlight to just sweep you easily. ReMinD said the same. It was like, wow, he's playing this really well. I'm quite surprised. So I think you have good reason to be proud here. Among these, big names, you have made a splash as well. Now, it's 1-1 between Korea and Europe. You think... Who's got the edge here?
I actually think HawK. I don't think ReMinD actually plays that much recently. And I've seen HawK really tear it up on NetEase recently. So I think definitely HawK got the edge right now.
Yeah, ReMinD had a very strong showing in Neo Star League in the end of 2017. But then he went to the Ascension phase, which was basically the final, and he had no chance against TH and Infi there, especially TH. He had a 1-0 lead and still lost the best of 5, 3-1. So he had a certain style that worked for quite some time. There was this Mass Huntress push with Engine Protectors behind it. But that fell completely out of meta for some reason.
Yeah, this was shortly before the GCS when we went there. I don't get it either. It seemed to be unbeatable. And suddenly everyone said, yeah, it's bad now. So and I was like, why? And they said, yeah, Infi and TH figured out how to defeat it. Okay, I still don't know how, but I guess I'm going to trust you guys.
Does HawK know is the question here. It's 1-1, right? No, 2-1. No, 1-1, right?
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. Of course, Lawlight got the point for South Korea, and Foggy got back. So who's taking the lead in this clan war? Either South Korea or HawK. HawK, his best result was a WEC 2014 bronze medal in a tournament that basically was just you and Mirror, his strong case there back then. Against Night Elf, he seems to struggle sometimes, especially on this map. We saw that Amazonia, and when he was at GCS, he was facing Moon in this matchup, and I thought, okay, Moon might be the better player of you two, so why don't go for a rifle push? Because the Chinese and Koreans, maybe they don't expect it that much. What do you think about rifle push?
I definitely think it's a possibility. And I also think you usually do that on Amazonia. Do the tier 2 rifle push. However, I saw him play versus Foggy, and he actually did fast expand with a Blood Mage second.
Oh.
You would see, this is a Warden also. So we might see a Blood Mage second. We just a tier 2 push for like 70 supply.
It's very interesting to me that both Korean Night Elves go for a Warden here. For the longest time, we've only seen Demon Hunter on this map because of the immolation harass against the human expansion. With that area of effect, you try to kill as many peasants as possible. What do you think is the reason that they play Warden here?
I don't know, actually.
I have a good idea. So it used to be Demon Hunter first, creep to level 2, then move south, then harass the Archmage as he's creeping up the Expo. That was changed now, this early game build, by I think it was for TH and Infi first, going for the Expo immediately, which is what is happening right there, also what you were playing. And Live punished this so hard by going Warden first, creeping level 2, and then attacking, because you can kill so many peasants with this. Live in that one game that seemed to almost shape the meta, killed 4 peasants with that, throwing back the human by so much. So maybe he's going to be able to do that here as well. But he decided to go for a merchant creep, not for his laboratory. So that will delay his level 2 by quite a bit. However, he is closer to the human as he's creeping this.
See, well, greater mana.
And the peasants are pretty much all of them bruised already. The Warden, she will get level 2 here with 2 archers, by the way. Fastening up the creep and the circlet as well. Going for the Archmage first. Okay, I don't know if I like that choice so much, but that's what is his first target. And yeah, the peasants, they can't make the expansion right away. Can't quite get the deny off, and he actually evacuates the peasants. No, never mind, they're in the south, and yeah, look at all those juicy kills!
Ooh, nice fan of knives, killing off 2 immediately, and chance for more slaughter by ReMinD. He is the alpha and omega of Blizzard tournaments. He won the first ever ladder season that Blizzard ever held, and he won the last BlizzCon, so start and finish starts with ReMinD, and now his Warden is quite hurt, but there's Shadow Melt, and he doesn't have access to the laboratory for scan.
He already
Probably
killed 4 peasants, by the way.
Yeah.
He's getting the 5th one out of range for the Shadow Strike. That's pretty cool. Is he fast enough? Dude, TP! I thought he wasn't looking, man. Scary. But now he can continue.
Yeah, I actually like the merchant creep, the shop creep, because it means an easy level 3. Because you basically get this for free.
Yeah, and this is the same Ancient of War, right? He moved it over pretty quickly. No, it's the second one. Okay, I was like, can he really walk so fast? No, not quite. So investing heavily into the early game here with the 2 Ancients of War. But yeah, he's going to be level 3 Warden. He killed 4 peasants. This is critical damage early on for the human economy.
Do you think Fan of Knife 2 or Shadow Strike?
Probably going to hold the skill point to see what's happening, what's going to be the better choice.
So HawK is going to find level 3 also. Of course, very, very important.
Yeah. But also, there's not going to be Blink, so surrounding is a possibility here, something that ReMinD will have to look out for. I would love to see a staff on the Warden for that reason.
Actually, it still has tie 2, tie 1.
Oh yeah,
So
this is looking super all-in.
This is the Huntress push that I was talking about that fell out of meta. ReMinD is still playing it as it seems. Shadow Strike again, and he gets rid of...
Deny. Nice. That was something that you did really well, by the way. Your deny.
He didn't actually kill the green camp, so he's not level 3. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I think he thought, okay, I'm gonna walk over, have 1 Shadow Strike, get the kill, and then I'm level 3 anyway, so I don't want to waste time with that.
But players got so much better about denying recently.
Well, some are lazy and don't even attempt to go for it, but if you try, like a Romantic, for example, and Infi and TH, they are really good at that indeed.
You know, effect also to be named with those
Do
players.
that.
I don't know.
HawK is on tier 1 as well. There's no lumber mill, I think, so no guard towers for him to protect his upcoming expansion. The question is, when will he get the critical mass of Huntress, or does he have them already? Of course, glaives have area of effect. Basically, there's only an arcane tower. At least he has a shop, but there's an entrance. Floodgates open.
And here comes the final knife. So much damage. That's definitely level 2.
Ooh, nice hide also.
He has to repair this. He has to call militia. He has to do a lot of things. Where's the Archmage?
He's in the base, I guess.
Counter-attacking in this situation, I don't think is the
he gonna
greatest
trade?
idea.
He's gonna trade his expansion against the lumber intake of ReMinD, or trying to force a town portal there.
Greater mana used here for this attack on the AM. And
No tower in the base. Ooh.
That's cool. The Archer's hunting down there the low HP peasants. The Warden, yeah, she's got the manas.
I really like ReMinD's play here, because if you take a look at TH and Infi, what they do in China, it doesn't really matter what happens in the game as long as they have a few footmen. They are able to defend all the time, especially when they get defend. But ReMinD is making sure that there's never this critical mass, and they can't, like HawK can't go for mass surrounds or anything. So he keeps the number low and dominates this map so far.
Yeah. I really don't know about that counterattack, man. Having water elementals there would have helped out a lot. But well, as it stands, this expo is in shambles. No mining, Huntresses. Are they going to be taken? Are they going to be able to take it out here, or can the water elementals save this? This tree will not fall to the water elementals only. And now the shop's dead as well. Big problems for HawK. Oh, nice Shadow Melt again. Look at this!
ReMinD is really playing
Yeah, you
well.
really play well.
Archmage was in the middle of everything, and he sends the footman in against the Hunters. It's not that he can't accomplish anything, and the Warden is there, says hello again. And it's level 4 already after 7 minutes 20.
It did just turn daytime though, and the moon juice situation is really... no, I thought it was worse actually. It's okay.
HawK could buy a Zapper and actually...
Dude! Brilliant move! Oh my god, if he does that, that's so... Does he think of it? He does?
I think he's gonna do it.
What a call! What a call! And
one Zapper
ReMind's
enough?
gonna see it coming. One's enough. One's enough. You need 2 for full HP.
He's mad.
Fast repair! Quick! Block him!
He's blocking him!
Block him! Oh my god, he
Oh,
blocks him! Wow, ReMind playing out
What
of
a
his
play.
mind.
And he doesn't even detonate and gets damage, and now the Archmage is in trouble. Beautiful reaction by ReMind.
God damn. That Hunter's Hall placement just won the game.
But super quick reaction with the Wisps as well.
Yeah,
Like
so well.
everything
block.
went perfectly.
So well done.
And the difference is, like, compared this to the effect game against Lowlight, you were mining all the time, pretty uncontested, right? And then you had the time to go tier 3 and go for tanks and put pressure on the Night Elf at some point, but HawK has no time to breathe at all here.
Yeah.
Dude, ReMind is not looking rusty at all. He's looking
No, not at all.
goddamn scary. Is he looking for the
Almost level 5
Archmage?
again.
Yeah. Blink, Fan of Knives, and Shadow Strike. Yeah.
What's gonna buy a Zapper?
Zeppelin is too late. It's too late!
Oh yeah, Archmage dies and Warden is level 5. You know what
There it
that means? Game over! GG! And what a game by ReMind.
Very
He
impressive.
played that so well. Also, the Invis potion there at the end, knowing, alright, AM is kind of low, you know, low HP and low level. I can maybe execute him if I get there quickly enough Invis. That was so well done. Holy, I'm really impressed with ReMind.
Yeah.
He was like downplaying his form. Oh, I haven't played in so long. You know. Don't have time. Can't play tournaments anymore. New Natty's ladder system. I can't qualify anymore. But that was sick, man.
Yeah.
That was
Just
scary.
imagine if that Zapper had actually connected. Do we know what the second map is?
Yes. Echo Isles or LR. It's
Alright.
loser's choice.
Yeah, pretty good human maps, I think.
I think it depends. We've seen very strong Mass Huntress Engine Protector pushes on Last Refuge. Kind of depends a little on the starting position. Tower pushes work better if your opponent is in the north than it is in the south, so maybe he adjusts to that. In general, I would agree that the maps are way better for HawK, the upcoming two.
Yeah, Echo Isles can be a double-edged sword. If the Warden gets off to a great start, it's an amazing Night Elf map. But if the human harasses well, I think it's a pretty good human map because you can go Shadow Priest and Footy harass, maybe even 2 Footy harass, expand immediately, and then apply even more pressure, keeping the Warden level 2 for a long time. Infi and TH, once again, these of course are the #1 human players in the world, have made that possible. Echo Isles used to look super imbalanced in favor of Night Elf, but with that harassment you can slow down the Warden, make a better early game for yourself. So HawK, you say he's been tearing it up on Netties, but here he had a rude awakening, man. That was harsh.
I wonder if we're gonna see maybe a Mountain King first with a new speed buff.
True.
On
Maybe.
Echo, you mean?
Yeah.
On LR, pretty hard, right?
Yeah,
Because
on Echo.
LR.
Yeah,
Mercamp
not on
so
Echo.
easily so hard accessible.
LR was for some time HawK's hometown, I'd say, when this map got rotated into the pro ladder pool. He was the one who felt the most comfortable on it very, very quickly, I feel.
Yeah. I think it was back in 2015 with the time with yours where he said, why you veto LR? Best map for human.
Yeah, that changed a little. And Last Refuge would be our third map, as we know that Echo Isles is next. And when I'm thinking of this matchup on this very map,
Yeah.
there is just craziness happening. Rudin versus HawK, WCA qualifier in 2015 was maybe one of the best games I ever saw. And Yumiko versus Moon ended in a draw. And when do you ever have a draw in Warcraft? Like, you
That was
played
so
since
awesome.
2004, I guess. How
Yeah.
many draws did you have in your life?
Probably none.
See, that is, yeah, kind of hard to accomplish, but they made it work.
That single shop is really crucial because you really need a heal scrolls.
Where did you get that
I
information?
don't know.
did
I've
some
heard the
caster
term
tell you?
shop control is apparently important.
Yeah, that is right. Shop control is important. And players are loading up into the game. And we will join it soon. The question is again, Warden or Demon Hunter? ReMinD on the left, HawK on the right. South Korea versus Russia. It's match points for the former WCG and BlizzCon champion. That was both in 2010. What a year! ReMinD, the first Korean to ever win WCG. Some of you might remember Korean casters crying when finally, after 7 years, Korea made it work, and it was him. Always second place compared to Moon, who was never able to outshine him.
Except in the mirror.
Except in the mirror. And yeah, Moon, of course, never won WCG. It was all ReMinD still standing in the shadow. HawK needs to change something. And I wonder, yeah, Mountain King here possible or not?
I think if you go MK, you go barracks first, right? Isn't that the
Not
way
necessarily.
it usually goes. So HawK used to love MK first against Undead. It's very rare to see against Night Elf, of course. Some like Yumiko like to go at, yeah, but it's super dangerous. If you go up against a Demon Hunter, usually that is disaster for you.
And there is.
But Neo's right, dude. It's the king under the mountain. Is this a Warden?
Oh.
No.
bad luck.
Oh, that's bad for him.
Okay, if you are new or returning to Warcraft, then you might know why we are oohing here. Mountain King has single target damage with a Stormbolt that costs, of course, mana. The Demon Hunter on the other side is the natural counter to this hero. With mana burn, you can get in range of the Mountain King quite quickly, get rid of all the mana, and then he's just a big footman.
Absolutely. With good positioning, with bolt surrounds on footies, maybe you can make something work, but this is not what HawK was hoping for. And he's going to see it soon. Of course, it's too late to change his choice now. Ancient of War creep here is the standard for the Night Elves, always against human. And it's quite a curveball to go for the you know, Warden on AZ and Demon Hunter on Echo.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing this more and more. It almost feels like new meta almost. He's not getting the Shadow Priest, by the
No.
way. Very surprised.
And we see HawK going straight for the expansion.
Oh wow, with an MK.
Yeah.
Of course, if you harass here with only a Shadow Priest, not even a footy there, I guess you can't hope to accomplish too much, especially against the Demon Hunter. So it's understandable that he's going to pass up on the Priest. Demon Hunter going to get the parry up.
Oh. This is pretty good versus the MK.
Yeah. Not the boots of speed, but pretty nice, I guess. But going in, is he really going to instantly expand with an MK? He's going to be stuck on level 2 forever.
The problem is now, he can't really attack now, and he can't really creep any big spots.
A
So
player's forces are under
They could
attack.
creep the little Murlocs, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's only level 2. He seems like he's going to be stuck on only level 2 for a long time.
Yeah, usually would have water elementals, of course, that can tank. And so you don't really need your shop that early. With the Mountain King, you kind of forced to tank with them, and you really don't want them, and you don't want the shop early. And ReMinD, again, staying on tier 1 with the Huntress Hall. It's one Engine of War only, right? So it's not mass Huntress pressure.
Yeah, only one Engine of War so far. Wisp, we can see the little red blip on the minimap, has seen the expo attempt by HawK. MK probably gonna look towards...
Oof.
Oh, I like that. That's really cool. It's so
A
obnoxious to deal
player's
with.
forces are under attack.
Can't really afford to call militia here. That would be way too expensive in terms of lumber, so he has to respond with his units. Boost of speed, I imagine, will be the pickup here for the MK.
Town is under siege.
Once he has the gold for it. Footy's in the main, scouting things out more than anything else. Don't think they can accomplish too much here. But he gets the info from the tech as well. Yeah, with the Night of still being on a tier 1. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
the Ancient of War is really good, because now he really need lumber now for the tower and the lumber mill. Now he has to call them to cancel the Ancient of War. So really nice play by ReMinD.
I think the footy usage there was not the greatest. Could have just scouted with 1. Well, he's waking up the creeps, but Ancient of War is far away. Not the scariest creeps ever. Yeah, and HawK's lumber intake is an issue this game. I guess that means he's gonna have a lot of gold, so he can get the boots of speed at least.
Yeah.
You know, gotta look at it from a positive angle.
But I wonder why he went for this Huntress
actually
Hall,
looks-
because his Engine of War is still uprooted. He's not producing Huntress at all.
A player's
And this
forces
delayed
are
his
under
tech quite a
attack.
bit.
If his Ancient of War survives here, gets to eat trees, and then roots again, it's not gonna be so easy to take out. But with the MK coming in and the boots of speed, he will be able to take it out now.
It's like, to me, it seems like this new movement speed on the Mountain King really helps him to get away from the Demon Hunter, and he always has storm bolts. Like, HawK's reactions so far were pretty good, and he throws the bolts fairly early, so the Demon Hunter was never really in range to burn him, right?
Yeah, I don't think we saw one
forces
yet,
are
but
under
level
attack.
3 demons so early on against an MK of all heroes. Oh, ReMinD is going to be so strong. He's going to have absolute map control, it seems, here. HawK keeps on creeping
double.
more militia usage, dude.
Boost speed again.
Oh.
They don't stack. But at least he has mercenary camp control now, so it might help in the defense.
Town is under siege.
And so hard to cancel the expo that's coming up for the human on the other side of the map. If you have an archmage, you can use a footy for scouting, staff onto that footy. If you see the expo somewhere, oh, maybe get a surround with a bash? No.
Doesn't have mana for Stormbolt now, but this is getting closer to the critical mass of Footman, where surrounds are possible. But yeah, Mountain King getting the mana burn now. Was praising him before, but yeah, cast his curse, I guess. Demon Hunter can always get out with that staff that he bought before.
Could surround him here. Surround. Not trying to.
But HawK's expansion is up, and there's a tower, and there's a shop. That makes things a lot easier for him. But on the other side, we see a counter expansion by ReMinD as well.
Oh, how deep is he gonna dive with this demon? That's a little dangerous. Okay. Yeah, but this is a pretty early night of counter expo, all things
player's
considered.
forces
Still
are
gonna
under
take a little
attack.
bit to get down there, but the important thing would be the tech for the human. How far along is that? It has started. Alright, so how do you feel about this game? Your tech is underway, the Night of Expo is not yet in position. How do you fancy your chances?
I actually like HawK's position at the moment. The Knight of Expo is not up yet, and he finds level 3 himself now. So, and his Expo didn't really get punished that much. So, pretty good.
Okay. MK out of mana once again. Demon Hunter is having a field day. Oh, he's chasing the MK, but with a boost of speed he should be able
Is he gonna buy Scroll?
Don't think so yet.
The
The
town is under siege.
Berserker pickup there is
Player's
pretty
forces are
big, I
under
guess, because
attack.
now it's the time where ReMinD is investing a little bit into Hunters. He got 3 already, maybe going to 4 or 5. And the piercing damage is, of course, lacking. There's no water elementals that you usually have as a counter against the Hunters. There's not too many towers up yet, I think. Okay, there's the Berserker again. That helps. And all of a sudden, we have a level 3.7 Mountain King.
So can HawK go into tier 3 into late game, or does he have to push on tier 2 with Archmage second?
I think he can push on tier 2.
Yeah, I think he has to, honestly.
Yeah.
Clarity running again. Demon, though, he got the heal scroll, he got the invul, the shop's empty for now. Don't have a panda yet, but I think it may have just been grabbed up as I said it. Oh, nice dodge with the invul. And little extra bit of information. You can see the healing is still running on the MK because the mana burn was only 15. The threshold is 19, otherwise healing doesn't get cancelled. But the MK now dropping very low. Will have to get back.
Yeah, with boots he can run away, and I like how HawK splits his units, so the footmen are quite far away from the panda. Catches a breath of fire only now. And there's not too many losses for HawK on this side, and did do some good damage on the Demon Hunter.
Both players here still sitting pretty low in supply. ReMinD's Expo. Oh,
Oh, do
he
see.
is going
Player's
tier 3.
forces are under attack.
Two
Double
workshop.
workshop, double barracks.
Knights Mortars then, most likely. Knights as a blocker, Mortars for the damage.
But doesn't that just get countered by mass bears?
No, with fragmentation shards, Mortar teams.
Dude, Knights, bears are really good. Bears, good units.
I wonder if he's actually going tanks. I don't know, I don't think Echo is the best tank.
Oh, there's an opening. The Hunts can go into the base, into the main.
I think he can go like 2 or 3 tanks just for distraction, build them, send them into the base, so ReMinD has to distract, and then he has double dodges it with a town portal, well done. And ReMinD had a good timing to kill the second production building to slow down the mortars, or whatever he does. Yeah, it is mortars. But good defense by HawK. so he can pump out all the gold that he has. He was banking on 1.5k, producing from 4 production buildings now, breaking upkeep immediately. Paladin second. No Archmage. Of course, you don't need the Brilliance Aura.
Yeah, on tier 3 you go. But I would have expected Blood Mage rather.
Yeah.
Maybe third. Step in again. These Dryads now, a lot of control. They grab the map control here on Aqua Isles. And with that, the Ogre Magi should go towards the Night Elf. MK's out of mana, no more Storm Balls, nothing more to worry about. And the big item. The scroll. That's 200 gold.
Well, there's no Dispel.
Yeah, but he has bears.
That is absolutely true.
A player's forces are under attack.
So ReMinD's looking to be aggressive again. I really think he should
Town is under siege.
Clear off
just
the
forward.
Panda, right?
Yeah, level 3 Panda.
Oh, but if you can grab up some mortar teams, that would be nice. But quick to react here was HawK to run away immediately. Fragmentation shards, one of the best upgrades in the game, will be coming out here after the next one. But yeah, no, Masonry? Maybe, because these things are dying quickly.
Yeah.
These workshops.
I wonder if Fragmentation doesn't come through. HawK is not reacting to this at all. Only now. Where's the repair? We don't see it. Okay, now he pulls the Peasants and he sees, okay, mortar teams are there. With Huntress and Dryads, this is not as easy to fight.
That's a lot of
Lot of
mortars.
mortar teams, yeah. Seriously.
Oh, nice stab.
So, of course, Chims would be the dream.
Yeah.
Chims are pretty far
Just a couple
away.
of Fairy Dragons would actually be pretty decent.
There seems
Do
to
we
be
have
a
a
lot of
Glaive throwers.
Yeah, he wants to have an answer to it right away. Ancient of Wind enables the
Player's
Chimroos
forces
to
are
be
under
coming up
attack.
next, if that's what he wants. Bears are also on their way. HawK has a lot of supply. Pretty bad hero levels, though. Well, level 3 MK. About to be 4 MK, but he needs mana. He doesn't have a Blood Mage buddy here to supply him with that.
Does the Paladin have level 2 already? There we
Now
go.
he does.
I mean, he's not in so much danger than he is against the Warden, but oh my god,
6 mortar.
6 mortar teams. Did Fragmentation shards go through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, this is gonna be hard. And I like what HawK is doing, going
Should
the
really try
southern
to
path.
Scroll though. Exactly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, really. Oh, was ReMinD faster than him?
Ships passing in the night.
They
He shows
Get
himself.
Okay,
Shoot at him.
where the mortar
Oh, mortar teams! They're not shooting.
stabs him out now. Was an opportunity.
So he doesn't have a scroll, right?
Nope.
Alright.
With the Demon Hunter, is he surrounded there? Not really. Anti-magic potion already, level up for the Mountain King. And look at the damage of the mortar team.
Holy
It's
crap.
glorious!
Dude.
And I really like the position play of HawK. Like, going to the southern path, there's no good fighting position for the Night Elf there.
He has one fairy dragon that is literally untouchable,
Because the mortars.
but it's gonna take a
bank.
while until he can tickle those things to death.
That's either genius or might lose him
Is
the
he going
game.
for the tree?
He's just going for the tree, right? He's keeping him busy with the knights to the north, and now this is so much damage. Mass repair is reacting quickly with the repair. Oh, I like the uproot. That should be good enough to save this tree.
But the knights are still strong.
I don't really like this man. Yeah, TP out now. A lot of mortar teams are falling. The distraction wasn't strong enough. He keeps a lot of supply alive, and of course this gold mine has to be entangled again. But couldn't he have won the fight if he has the mortars in the back?
Oh, there it is.
Yo, that's
This
the
could be
ticking.
dangerous.
That's the ticking time bomb. Once he has, I think he only needs one chim to win this game. But I mean, if he scouts it, pretty easy hard counter is the Dragonhawks.
Yeah.
He certainly has the resources to support it. He's still at 8 supply.
Could Blood Mage
He really
still
needs a
it.
scroll though.
Yeah.
A player's forces
And
are
ReMinD's
under
gonna get it.
attack.
Have you ever seen this like before?
No.
MK into Mortar Team's Knights?
Triple heal scroll.
Yeah, he's taking them away. Also, of course, Knights against the Fragmentation.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
a 4.
4.
Level 3 Paladin, that's a big deal. 4 MK.
What are the upgrades for the knights and the mortar? 1, 2. And, okay.
Nice dodge there with the anti-magic against the Stormbolt. Once again, the MK out of mana. That seems to be the story of this game for him.
I'm still baffled why he sent the mortar teams the other way and didn't use them in the fight.
I think he was afraid of the panda.
Yeah, if they were up there, he could have just
Yeah, without a heal
unpassed
scroll.
the knights,
Yeah,
I think.
probably.
But Chims are on their way. Chims are a sick hard counter here to this human army. Everything's heavy armor. Nothing can shoot up.
The mortar teams will just pop.
I mean, he probably has to do like gyrocopters or something.
He only has one workshop left, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the one got killed. I mean,
A
you
player's
can produce
forces are under
gyrocopters
attack.
fairly quickly. There's not much anti-air in the Night Elf army. There's not many dryads. The Demon Hunter has an orb, okay.
Dragonhawks would have been so sick.
Yeah, but you still have to build the roost.
Yeah, so you can power build that. After he TPs out the last time, power build it, you could have had 2 Hawks by now.
It's 2 Chimeras for sure.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
he
the
does see
flare...
it.
Yeah, the flare only sees it now, right? He should have done that right away. After he TP'd out.
I wonder if he's still gonna push. I think you have to.
The only anti-air is the Blood Mage and the Stormbolt, right?
And maybe he can like take out a lot of knights before he loses everything. I mean bears.
Yeah.
And then TP out.
Yeah, and
I
make
think you should go like.
make aviaries right now. Aviaries is what they're called. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
He's not
Does it go for
Gyros, right?
gyros?
Yeah, double
second
gyros.
workshop. Okay.
It's kind of scary versus the panda, but
I thought the same. Like, if you have the chance to go power build, oh well. You have to dodge the Breath of Fire, and then it's fine-ish. But ReMinD again playing
Yeah.
this so well.
looks like he's playing. Really want to be aggressive. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, ReMinD pushing into these towers seems to be the one way he loses this game. Would not recommend. Where's the Chims? There they come. All right, guys, look at the lightning damage. And going to the back lines. First one gets storm bolted, but still good damage. They have to run away. First one's dead already. Front line of the Bears versus the Knights. I think the Bears are winning that fight as well.
Yeah, it's easy two-shot with the Chimeras against the mortar teams. The damage dealers are taken out of the fight entirely. Knights can't really win against Bears. So actually they do here, forcing the town portal. But where's the damage of HawK? He's still at 72 food.
Yeah, I think ReMinD may be pushed a bit too early.
Yeah, I saw no reason for him to attack at all.
6 gyros. Will be more.
Yeah, of course he's going to respond with hippos. He still has the Ancient of Wind. He has
Who
2
had
in
2?
fact.
But there's Flak Cannons upgrade already, so Hippos won't win.
Yeah, but you need a lot though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on the numbers. Like that amount of flying machines, I think 5 hippos can take out. Depends on the upgrade, of course, as well. Oh, good Storm Bolt. 1 eliminated.
The Panda has a lot of mana, that one hurt. Everything down to 50%.
MK
I
once
need to
again.
watch this. Super good.
Yeah, he took out a lot. And now ReMinD just moving forward. It's always a tug of war here on Echo Isles. With Knights, of course, he can run away fairly easy.
HawK, what can he do to win this game?
He has 1,000 gold.
It's a very hard position.
How are the upgrades on the hippogriffs? Okay.
1-0. Pretty weak upgrades, honestly,
Yeah.
for ReMinD. Something you could try to work on. Once again, ReMinD pushing forward into the towers. Is that the mistake that makes this game possible for HawK? Dragon's Breath of Fire, and now
Knights.
on the Knights, now the gyros can't be touched. And they seem to be winning the air fight. He's losing a lot of supply here, a lot of experience going towards the human. Why, ReMinD, are you fighting into this?
Good question, man. Blood Mage level 2, the gyro's still alive. They caught 1 Breath of Fire, I guess, but it's still a lot of them. ReMinD just lost 21 supply over there and is forced into a town portal again.
That was such a mess.
I don't know why he wants to be so aggressive. His expansion was later, so he can just
Yeah.
wait it out.
Yeah.
And you can't use the breath on the knights, man.
Mm.
You have the chims against the knights. That's all you need.
I really like that HawK was so aggressive before though, and took out Hippogriff after Hippogriff, so he lowered the number by like 3
Yeah,
or
that was
4.
really
Yeah.
good.
So he couldn't use them in the fight. That was like, of course it's ReMind's fault then to
ridiculous.
attack. Or
Ooh, experience. Oh, nice
Nice.
stab. Dude, ReMind is granting us a third game here, it seems. But it's not over yet. He may be trailing in a lot of supply, but Breaths of Fire make up for a lot of supply.
And right clicks from the Demon Hunter, of course. Oh, this could be a surround. Doesn't really want to go for it.
Again, Breath of Fire into the Knights. The gyros can fly in, but I mean, there's not even any chimps here anymore. What an overextension by ReMind.
The other thing is,
Game.
if he leaves the air alone now, ReMind, only goes into bears and dryads, then the gyrocoppers are completely useless. He has no water teams anymore. Oh, he only has knights.
That's true.
Once the Blood Mage gets to level 3, though, he can turn the mana burn game around. Already,
This
he's
fight looks
sucking him pretty dry. But the bears don't have the greatest upgrades, but they do have good buffs.
Ooh, the Blood Mage.
Does he have another staff? Oh, nice block here.
But HawK has so much gold. Like,
Again,
Player's
he's
forces
floating in
are under
gold.
attack.
Oh, Drunken Haze, that's a slow. Heal scroll, heal him up a little bit. Did he
Just-
pass something? TP.
But again, no scrolls for HawK, right?
I really should get some. 2-3 upgrades on the Knights. Okay. If ReMind loses this game, he should really feel bad about it. He's gonna be kicking himself.
so I guess he's just gonna go mass bears. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So HawK has
A player's forces
1.8k
are under
gold
attack.
banked.
I think once this Blood Mage turns level 3, this is gonna turn around.
Level 5 Mountain King as well. Will he reach it?
But only 1 kill away.
Again, ReMind seems to be aggressive.
Haven't you learned your lesson yet, dude?
He's 16 supply behind. Doesn't have any siege units. There's towers there.
With the shop especially, like clarities and mana potions, he can defeat those bears.
Mass reach on the bears though, so he can tank a little.
A player's forces
gonna-
are under attack.
Oh, he's just clicking on it. Uh-oh. That's a lot of siege bears, boys.
And now masonry.
Oh, okay, that's something you can do, I guess.
Yeah, that'll work.
There's not enough repair. But HawK can rebuild it. He has so much
Yeah.
money.
Still a nice move. Now.
I can supply stuck him really heavy here if he kills all of these farms. And quite a bit of experience in there as well. Breath of Fire. Oh! Triple kill.
The Panda, like, is getting closer to 4. Level 5 is of course the dream.
He really should-
Now HawK is engaging into this.
Or maybe he can fight this. I don't know.
How does HawK, by the way, have 74 supply? Where is it? Gyros, I guess, which are useless. Suck and dry the Panda right here. Demon Hunter can't burn anymore. Is the shop still alive here? Oh!
Massive Banner Stormbolt combo.
ReMind has to leave. Does he have a TP? Yes, he does. So many bears are hurt. Can he get some more on the way out?
Nice
The
micro
upgrade's
by
really
Re-
kicking in for HawK.
Yeah, right. The upgrades on Knights are so insane. They have, I think, 11 armor to
Yeah.
upgrade level 3.
And the flying machines took out some buildings, I think. They do have flying machine bombs.
Oh yeah.
Or, actually, it looks like it's the same.
But everything is super hurt for ReMind. Every single bear is down in the red or orange range. He plays the gyros like gargoyles now. Go on the hunt for wisps.
Everything's healing up here. Okay, has some mana. And yeah, these upgrades are absolutely sick. Shop is gone. Everything here is kind of hurt. First bear has fallen. And these
Is it
hero
with
levels for
demon?
the human,
Oh, there
man.
Absolutely needs the damage of the Demon Hunter there.
He does have a scroll.
He has to burn the Blood Mage first. But it's already siphoning, dude! This is like super old school. This reminds me of TH on Twisted Meadows, man. He's doing it with the triple hero with the Knights! Mass upgrades!
Unbelievable. Unbelievable that the Knights chew through this. And they win the South, and then they have a concave, and then things are a lot easier for HawK. Heal scroll as well, so much value. ReMinD is down to
He's
4
winning
bears.
this!
He is actually winning this. The Demon Hunter is around, gets staffed up, but of course, next on the menu is a Panda Bear. And I heard that meat tastes good, but no, not yet. Invo Potion.
Dude, everything's low. Everything's gonna die. The MK still has mana. Panda can't get out. He dies! What is this game? Ridiculous.
HawK should be establishing his next expansion over there, but the Demon Hunter is not close to 6, right? So this will not be the saving grace. No, 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 he's far away. And he can't kill too much because there's always mana for whatever. Holy Light, Stormbolt. Thanks to the Blood Mage.
Knights, dude. The Knights did. Oh, trying for the surround. Nice anti-surround there with a bear, but he gets it still. Does he have a staff? Is the Panda somewhere nearby? No, he's dead.
He's dead.
That's it. That's it, man. That must seal the game. 30 supply only left. No chance anymore. Wow. HawK, what a comeback. ReMinD, he may have gifted it to him a little bit, but so well played by HawK in the end.
Yeah. He really handled the Chimeras well.
Yeah. ReMinD maybe getting a little impatient. GG! HawK winning a game that he shouldn't have.
Let's really relieved.
Damn. And that actually reminded me quite a bit of a game where Clanwar was playing against second place in the league. It was Sonic for them.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it playing again? Was it you?
Yeah.
Yeah, on Twisted, right? You know the game I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where you had 3 Knights and we're just sitting on one base. That was a cool game, man.
Yeah.
That was a cool Clanwar. I casted that.
All right. So, equalized.
Last Refuge is next. But, like, the fighting spirit of HawK here against the Chimeras and holding on for such a long time and not giving up despite a few fights not going that well. Maybe that's something Happy injected into them now. We saw it quite a few times from the European. Never give up, continue to fight, do whatever you can, and it works out in the end.
I'm glad that we had this occurring this way as it just did. You know, was a cool game, was a cool comeback. Now we have 3 games.
Yes.
But my God, did he throw that game? Holy crap! If he just sits back, upgrades his units, and matches the flying machines with hippos, he can never lose this game.
Yeah.
Like
And those Breath of Fire were quite questionable on the Knights.
Like 3/3 hippos, chims, excuse me, with roar. You know how they shoot. It doesn't matter how many upgrades the Knights have, man. They're gonna melt. Okay, but anyways, what's a cool game? We can be glad for that game.
Yeah, at that point, like, once the Chimeras are gone, you can't really come back. You can't build mass Chimeras or mass Hippos at the same time to get rid of them. Despite, like, the Panda never was close to 5, right? I don't think.
No.
No, I guess not.
So, yeah, there's nothing. And I think one of the key moments really was that he took out those Hippogriffs at this one attack.
Yeah.
Yep. LR is going to be the last one.
Very interesting
Between
map.
these two.
Like, everything is possible on this map, right? You can go for a Mountain King, you can go for an Archmage, you can go for a Ward, you can go for a Demon Hunter. You can go for tanks, you can go for mortar teams, mass castles, everything. Like, you can play everything on Last Refuge.
And the most notable player on the Night side, Moon, has shown that you can also go neutral hero. Panda first, Dark Ranger first. Has been done before, has been successful before. Dark Ranger, by the way, is super hard counter to MK. But MK is certainly harder to pull off here because of the Merc Camp, which is pretty risky to creep, man. If you get jacked there with a couple of wisps, then GG, well played.
What's your approach on Last Refuge against Night Elf?
I usually try to Archmage fast expand directly to the fast expand to the gold mine. And then usually play aggressive from there. Because the Night Elf usually wants to expand early also. And try to cancel the Tree of Life. But if he plays Warden, he has really have to play passive. As we saw on the first map, the Fan of Knife can really punish your early expansion.
Yeah. One way that Foggy likes to play it as Night Elf is also with TH and Infi favoring that fast expo usually. He does the Ancient of War creep next to his green camp, just gets one hit in with a Warden, grabs up the item, runs north immediately, and it's surprising how often he gets the last hit on the Ogre Magi. Like, it never works for anybody else. But for Foggy, it seems to work 80% of the time. I don't know how that is possible. And it can be Demon Hunter or Warden, doesn't matter.
Just Foggy things.
Yeah,
just Foggy things.
Foggy things, seriously. Maybe we're gonna see that. I don't know. Maybe we're gonna see something
Yeah.
else.
I'm curious about the hero choice of the ReMinD. Either the demon or the warden. I don't know.
I would think if I had to bet now, I would say Demon Hunter Mass Hunter's AP push. Again, like it worked
Yeah.
really, really well on AEZ.
With that one specific strategy, it's pretty imbalanced as far as spawning position goes.
Yeah.
Because it's way easier to siege the top base if the human has the top expansion with APs than the bot. Or am I getting this mixed up? Which one is easier? Yeah, the top sieging the top expo is way easier because of the river. Because of course in water you can't place buildings. He has shown though before on AZ that he doesn't refrain from playing 2 Ancient of War Warden. So creeping with 2 Ancients of War, one after the next. Because if you play Warden on LR, you have to play double AOW. Otherwise, it's just way too slow to level her up. Alright, we're gonna find it out here in just a moment. Map number 3, decision time between these two. Who takes the series? Who takes the lead for their region? We are at 1-1 at the moment. And after Last Refuge, we're gonna have one of these in the lead.
And we see that HawK actually has the good position for human.
Yeah.
In the south. That's a good start. If ReMinD wants to do a tower push, maybe he thinks, okay, with those positions, I don't do it here. Let's go into a normal game. Last Refuge has 2 interesting points of attack there. In the south, there are 2 lanes who create a choke. If you fight there, or in the east and the west, if you fight there with mortar teams against bears, like your mortar teams have the best day of their life. Yeah, exactly those.
Basically behind the merchants. Yeah, that's the Night Elf dream.
Yeah, there.
The human dream, excuse me. And the knife should never follow in there.
Yeah, these chokes over there. So Engine of War right next to the green camp. That's the thing, and
A demon.
so I'm right with the hero choice so far.
The altar also placed pretty far away from the creep camp. Tends to indicate that he's not going to be going for that super fast harassment Foggy style, because he's going to have a longer way to walk. Yeah, I would assume HawK goes for the instant expo here, with him having shown that he likes to do that now 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
Even with an MK.
So you can decide to go for the green spot first or for the expansion first. What's the up and down sides of both options as a human?
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, you really want your expansion as early as possible, but as you said, if the Night Elf punishes you at the expansion with like Immolation or Fan of Knife, it can end the game directly.
Yeah, sometimes, very rarely, we see Merc Camp creep first, but that's certainly a rarity.
Yeah.
Demon picks up the claws. Alright, and actually does move over right away, Foggy style.
And
But it
the
doesn't
Ducks fall.
seem like he's going to be in time. Oh, is he going for the Merc Camp?
Oh, I thought so too, but
Yeah, with a Wisp there, it's so dangerous. If that Wisp detonates on your first Water Elemental, it's like disaster.
Oh,
he misses the.
He misses the Water Elemental though. And he's too late to grab up the Over Magi.
It does still do some damage.
So a few of these peasants are hurt. Does he want to go into Immolation? No. Did he get the Water Elemental? He didn't, did he? Oh, but he got
yes,
that last hit. That was nice.
I think HawK got the deny on the Water Elemental, so that keeps the Demon Hunter away from level 2. No evasion yet, and there is a Hunter Soul. Remo, my calls are back.
Looks
Still
like
waiting for the dad
Ancient of War.
jokes.
Yeah, there.
Second Ancient of War. Okay, of course, yeah. I was thinking, does he want to power level this Demon Hunter? But no, it's for Huntress pressure. Alright, so this is kind of a throwback to half a year ago, where this seemed to be so goddamn powerful. The trading hits here, of course, way easier for the Demon Hunter to heal up than for the Archmage.
So far, pretty good for HawK.
A player's forces
He hasn't
are
lost a
under
single
attack.
peasant, and the demon is low.
And he did use some mana burn, so it's not like he's full mana and can heal up immediately, because of course if you heal up at the Moon Wells, restoring mana takes more moon juice than restoring health. But yeah, this is gonna be a lot of pressure from ReMinD again. Double Engine of War, Mass Huntress, Demon Hunter with good damage and boots, but it's only level 1.
When you have scouted this Double Ancient of War Tier 1 Night Elf, of course it's going to be all about defense.
Yeah.
What's the important thing to get going?
You really need to power build. If you don't have your Lumberman, you need to power build your Lumberman
And
ASAP.
get towers up.
Yeah. It's the only way.
Okay. Gonna creep up to level 2 here finally. Needs the aura, needs the water elementals, and needs to defend as well. Peasants are up for grabs. And the tower, easy cancel.
At least the expansion is up, and you can't really cancel it that easy anymore. So that's the most important thing. Of course, he would love to mine, but
he does kill the peasants.
he does kill the peasant, exactly. You would love to mine. At least he has 2
He has the boots.
remaining.
You can force a TP
Ooh.
here. Or, doesn't want to though, would take a long time. Oh
Certainly.
man, this
Don't,
looks, this looks,
some footmen.
this looks difficult. He needs militia, man.
Yeah. Oh, we have the first Acer Protector. This is very early.
Yeah, in the north.
It does hit though.
He could cancel it, but these footies have to do so much. They have to defend against the hunts. They have to cancel the APs. The militia come in. They will buy some space, and this space will need to be used to get those
Need to
towers
be
up.
careful.
Oh, nice surround. But is that a good idea?
It's also good to get some HP from DH, but still, you don't want to lose. That's difference.
Does he have a new water elemental? He's close to it. Don't get burned. Don't get
With
burned.
the boots, is probably.
Oh, block him.
It's a block from the militia, but he blocks
no.
himself.
No. He
So the water elemental won't help him. Huntress still free reign over the expansion.
But the demon is very low though, so
when you're in this position, this is super stressful, right?
yeah.
You're trying to put out fires everywhere. Leave me alone. He could force a TP here, maybe. Oh no, level up.
Level
That's
up.
not
Give
good.
him HP. Meta burn kill on the Archmage.
Oh crap.
And that could be it already. 4-5 Huntress.
Oh, there it is.
GG reminds revenge as he takes the lead for Team Korea with a 2-1. HawK tried his best, but the greed of the immediate expansion didn't really work, man. But ReMinD with his mass Huntress, just like in Neo Star League, it works for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seemed almost too easy, man. And that's what it looked like for 2 months. It was like unbeatable. Goddamn Huntress pressure. So could you identify any mistakes that HawK made there? Something it could have done better?
I think you really need to scout the second ancient war earlier, because he saw the Huntress hole, and you need to power build your lumber mill immediately and start towers.
Okay. It seemed like he was also spread all over the place. His footies were low. The ones that were defending were just dying so quickly.
Because his early game was good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The winner, ReMinD. I hope we get him to onto the couch here. Maybe he's going to be coming over in a moment to talk to us a little bit about that game. When I asked him about Echo Isles, what was going on, maybe he was feeling a little too comfortable.
So that is the 2-1 for Korea. That means the 2-2 will decide if Korea wins the clan war or not. We have Happy and Foggy next versus Lin and Lawliot.
Yep.
And then if Europe wins the 2-2, then we're gonna have it down to the last match.
Of course,
decide it
everyone's
all.
hoping
Yeah.
for.
Who do you think is the favorite in the 2-2?
So Happy and Foggy, from what I heard earlier, have never ever played together before.
I think it's the same for Lin and Lawliot. Or maybe did they play in WCA? I'm not so sure. But even that is 2 years ago. So it's not like they are teams, but I think if you have good timings, and of course Happy and Foggy should know the timings, then Undead Night Elf is almost unbeatable.
Yeah. And both Happy and Foggy are so scary, so
Yes,
yeah, should be interesting.
indeed.
Of course, question is like how much effectiveness can you really get out of mass hunts, regardless of how good you are, you know?
Yeah, that
You'll
is
see
the
the lights.
question. Like, how good is the timing? Like, can you cancel the tier 2 buildings? Can you kill Night Elf Orc before they have the big tier 2 army? But yeah, we'll see. And still hoping for some words of ReMinD and HawK. I'm gonna get them for you guys.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for a Europe win in the 2-2, so we get to see the dreaded
Yeah.
Lin versus
I mean,
Happy.
we're gonna see it.
Oh, we're gonna see it.
We are definitely
Ah,
gonna
that's good.
play out all of the games. So don't worry if you're hoping for it, as I think all of us Warcraft fans around the world are. The main event, if you want to call it, Happy versus Lin, will be happening. Ideally, it would decide the entire thing.
Yeah.
That would make would be the most fun.
Looks like we have
and
ReMinD and
Yeah, he's got his.
Oh, yeah.
his own. We are making the cameraman here do a little bit of extra work. We're rearranging the seating. So Gentlemen, that was a cool series. You made it a 3-map series. It seemed like it was about to be 2-0 for you on
Yeah.
Echo Isles.
I thought I was gonna win the game too,
Yeah.
easily after the middle fight, you know.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then somehow I lost. Maybe it's because of the upgrade of units.
Yeah.
Because I only have
Free.
I only have one attack
You
upgrade.
forgot about it?
Yeah.
Just one attack
You
upgrade.
forgot about it?
I forgot.
You really want to be aggressive on the
Yeah.
Echo? Do you think that
Uh,
was a mistake?
Which part?
You wanted to attack his expansion a lot.
Yeah, but usually you can't harass successfully when human goes for MK. So
Yeah.
it was failed.
Mm.
Yeah, you attacked into the Expo twice, actually. You attacked for the first time, and you took quite a few losses. And you TP'd out, saved most of your army, though.
Yeah.
Then you came back for a second time. It seemed like you were being a little stubborn. We were thinking, like, I'm going to get you this time.
Yeah. Usually, I don't TP a lot usually, but this time I try to macro a lot and TP out, and you know.
Now, that map was lost. On the last map, Last Refuge, you played the Demon Huntress Heavy Tier 1 Siege Pressure. That was played a lot before the last GCS in November, so maybe September, October. It was played a hell of a lot, looked super strong, Knights were winning all the time. And then it faded out of the meta again. I was really surprised. So, for example, we didn't see it at GCS in Shanghai at all. Because everyone said the humans, TH and Infi, they figured out how to defend against it. You know?
Does humans still fast expansion directly to gold mine like LR and EI?
Yeah.
Because I don't know the meta these days. I didn't play a few months. You know.
Yeah.
Does that?
Okay. Yeah. So I guess you were still stuck in the old meta, perhaps a little bit.
Yes.
You were, of course, at GCS at the last one. So I guess you were still fresh in your memory, that meta.
But still, I have confidence when I play Master Huntress, when human goes for expand directly.
Instant expand.
High winning percentage.
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you could have done something better on the third map to be able to defend better against the Huntresses that were coming
I think I need not fast expansion after green spot maybe.
Mhm.
Level 3 Archmage need.
Yeah.
Because level 2 it's not good versus Hunter. And I think ReMinD not play too much.
Mhm.
And it's best strategy when you not training. It's easy Hunters.
Right.
Just a click.
He's right.
Yeah, it's right.
Because
Well-
maybe I winning in late game on Echo, and he go to mass hunters.
That was the first time on Echo again that I ever saw the MK into Paladin into mortar teams and knights, nothing else.
Yeah.
Do you play that a lot?
Yeah, Vers loved it in last Jerry Cup.
Okay.
It's working good, but I play on Tyrann stand and Archmage, MK, and Paladin. Oh,
Also with the knights and the mortars
Yeah.
and all the upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the knights just weren't dying. Like they
Pretty
could fight so well
yes,
against the
yes.
bears.
it's about 10 armors.
11 armor. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, you did make it a great series. We were a little concerned that maybe a quick 2-0, but no, it was a lot of fun. Win goes to ReMinD though. The lead goes to Korea now 2-1. Now the 2v2 will be our next one. Who do you guys think has the advantage here?
Who's the team from Europe?
Happy and Foggy will be playing against Lawliot and Lin.
I think Happy and Foggy have more chance to win this fight because Lin and Lola never play each other.
Happy and Foggy too.
Really?
Never played too.
Yeah, never ever.
Okay, then
It's gonna be a first for both of these apparently.
it's so hard to guess then.
Do you have a favorite here?
I don't know. It's Elf Orc versus Elf Undead.
Mhm.
I think Elf Orc have better chance because it's mass hunters and mass dryads maybe good. I don't know. What about maps?
I
There's
think that
new maps, no? New maps for 2v2.
Yeah, we
So,
have the new map pool. I think they're doing the vetoes right now. Will be done shortly.
Maybe if we close maps, it's good for Happy and Foggy, because more mass.
All right. Of course, all of us impartial viewers and enjoyers of Warcraft are hoping for Europe here to tie this clan war up, so that we're going to have the big decision towards the end. Map videos are being done. The 2v2 will be next, coming up shortly. We head into a small break here, only 90 seconds, and we'll be back at the Blizzard Warcraft 3 Invitational. We have a few more games for you in store, a lot more action. Stay tuned.